In this video, I'm going to write the bicycle class. Write a class that will model a bicycle. The bicycle class has the following: three instance fields or instance variables called fields, string color, double location, double speed. And it's got a constructor and it's got three public methods. And then we're given a bicycle tester. And we'll use that in just a moment. Let's write the class first. So I've got these three instance variables: color, location, and speed. So let's start there. I've got a class file created. So a class is public class bicycle. And in this class, we have a string for the color, a double for the location, and a double for the speed of the bike. And we can assume that this is in miles per hour. And then this would be in basically like miles away from a particular location. Very good. Those are our instance variables. So when constructor, this constructor takes a single parameter, a string C, and the constructor should do the following. It should set instance variable color equal to the value of the C parameter and initialize location and speed to 0. So the constructor would be public bicycle. We'll take in a string C, which will be used to initialize the color. Then location would be set equal to 0, and the speed is also set equal to 0. Okay, our constructor is done. All of the instance variables have been initialized. Next, we'll write these public methods. So public void set speed. This is going to take one parameter, which is new speed. It's going to assign its value to speed. And the speed could be positive or negative. So it's okay if this is a negative number. That just means like the bicycle will be possibly going back to its origin rather than moving towards its destination. And this particular method will return void because all it's going to do is set the parameter. It's not going to return anything useful. Public void set speed. It takes in a double new speed. Open some curly brackets for the body. And speed is set equal to new speed. So that one's complete. Next method is going to be public void increase speed. It takes in a double for the delta speed, and this parameter is going to be used to increase the bicycle's speed, and it returns void. So public void increase speed. So when we see delta written out here like this, delta just means change in. So this means a change in the speed. This one up here assigns the new value for the speed, but this one's just going to increase by the delta speed. And our last method is called travel. Public double travel, and it takes in a double for hours. So this method takes one parameter, a double for hours. This method calculates the number of miles traveled at its current speed for the specific number of hours. This method updates its location by adding the number of miles traveled to its location, and this method returns the number of miles traveled, not its location. That's an important point. Public double travel takes in a double for the number of hours. I'm going to add some more lines down here just to give me a little more space. The first thing I need to do is calculate the number of miles traveled. If I take the number of hours and multiply it by our speed, which is in miles per hour, then Hours will cancel out and I'll end up with miles as my unit. So that will be perfect. I need to update my location by adding that number of miles. It's possible that if the speed is negative, the number of miles will be negative, which is okay, which means we would just move closer to our departure location. And we need to return how many miles. Okay, our bicycle class is complete. So after you've written your bicycle class, test it by making the following class called Bicycle Tester. So to speed up the process, I'm going to copy this bit of code and use it and just make sure that it produces the same output that I'm expecting. So in my IDE, I will create a new class like this. All right, so I copied and pasted from the assignment document. It's got a main. It creates a bicycle with the color that's blue. It sets the speed of the bicycle to 10 miles an hour. And let's run this code so we can see what the output is. So the color is blue, just like we expected. The speed is 10 miles an hour because it was set right here on line 7. The miles traveled is 0.5 miles. If you look at how much time went by, it's 3 minutes out of 60 minutes. So this means that it traveled for 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, it could travel 0.5 miles. So its location should also be 0.5. On this line of code right here, line 13, we increased the speed of the bike by 5. So its current speed is now 15, which we see right here. Its miles traveled in 3 minutes is 0.75. You can see it's 3 minutes. And its location is updated accordingly. Its original location was 0.5, but after traveling 0.75, our location is 1.25. So our bicycle tester class is complete.